It's time to do the shiny level. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Sonic Colors. In the last episode, we finished up Sweet Mountain, which means we are free to move on to Starlight Carnival, one of my favorite zones in the game. And you know what? Looking at this map, you already know it's going to be an amazing zone, so let's get straight into it. Let's not dilly-dally, let's not put it off any longer, and let's especially not pretend like we have anything better to do with our lives than play through Starlight Carnival. Because starting upside down like that, you know that you don't, and you know that this level is going to be a bit of a maverick, and in the realm of graphics and music, it definitely is. All the incredible neon lights, the super bright colors, coupled with the exciting music, the environment of this level is absolutely to die for. Actually, this was like my favorite experience playing through Sonic Colors originally. And playing through this level was what made me decide that I had to Let's Play this game. I know a lot of the level plays itself. I know there's a lot of running along these paths, but the environment, the fact that you're running through space in such an incredible way along those digital-looking pathways that build themselves, along with the super bright colors, it just makes you feel, I don't know, it's super invigorating, it's super exciting, and I love it to death. I know I use that expression a lot, but I cannot explain how amazing at least this first level of Starlight Carnival is for me. So, here we have another Wisp power-up. Meet Cube, the blue one, who's kind of weirdly received by the Sonic fanbase as a whole. Because he will slow you down. I will admit that much. That is definitely true. Because every time you have to, like, ground pound with him or whatever, you have to freeze in the air and stop, and it takes a second to do. But it's really not that big of a deal. He allows you to reach new places, and he allows you to, like, bust through other cubes and stuff like that. But another complaint is that he's a little bit tedious to use, because oftentimes you'll have to bust through, like, a couple layers of cubes to get to where you want to go. But honestly, I really don't think it's that bad. I like Cube. He's really, really angry looking, so perhaps the real reason I'm saying this is because I don't want him to beat me up in my sleep. Either way, let's go ahead and run along this pathway, and you get a lot of boost in this level. By the way, if you haven't noticed quite yet, you're probably going to notice here in a minute, because right off the bat, we are getting chased by motobugs here, and ooh, that is not something you want. Luckily, we've got boost for days, so we don't have to be worrying about getting caught up to by these guys, and you can actually destroy them just by standing in front of them as they run into the back of you. First time I played this, I figured I didn't want to get touched by the motobugs, especially not from the back, because that's the vulnerable point of a hedgehog, man. Not really. I guess that's why they have the, you know, spiny stuff. But they're sensitive creatures, hedgehogs, and they usually don't want to get touched by gigantic several-ton metal robots, but you can just run into their fronts, and you will take these motobugs out no problem. Plus, there's plenty of boost to get here, but whoa, what is going on here? Oh my god! It's like the egg fleet from Sonic Heroes, but what is this gigantic battleship here? Oh my god! And the camera angles in this level, you can't tell me it was not visually designed well, at the very least. Either way, whoa, Eggman, come on, man. Fix your elevators. I'm gonna have to file a lawsuit or something like that. You know, this is America. Actually, it's space. But you know what? Space is kind of close to America, so I can file all the lawsuits I want, and that trumpet playing Eggman is not going to have a very good day, because we're just going to smash his brains out real quick like. Either way, this is an example of how Cube is going to be used a lot of the time. It's going to build, like, new platforms for you that you have to take advantage of, and you can use it as such to, whoa, barely change the world there in time, but you know what? I did it. If you believe, you truly can change the world. Either way, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and climb this staircase a little bit more. And one of the things I kind of don't like about Cube is that all the cubes that are formed from it are uniform in size. And I know that's, oh, whoops, didn't mean to stand on that one. Uh-oh. But I know that's kind of necessary to make this a usable power-up. However, I don't know, it's kind of annoying always having to do like a full jump to try to jump over the thing. Either way, Eggman and his broken freaking elevators, man, are gonna hold us up for just a little bit. Either way, oh my god, the ceiling is coming down on us. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Every Sonic fan knows that the one thing you don't want happening to you ever, whether you're invincible or not, is getting crushed by the ceiling, because that is not fun under any circumstances, even if you're that type of a hedgehog masochist. Either way, Time to fly through the air once again, and doing these homing attacks here is kind of cool. I really don't know what those giant rectangle things are supposed to be, but you know what? I'm not going to complain, because destroying things is my forte, no matter what geometrical shape they might be. But that does it for the first act of Starlight Carnival, and we got ourselves a nice A rank. Wow. Did pretty well there. In the realm of scoring, you have to keep in mind in these levels that, what is it? Doing the quick step from left to right on the areas where you can do that gives you 1,000 points every single time. So if you want a decent rank, do that as much as you possibly can. And as per usual, go ahead and use the color powers as much as you possibly can to get those bonuses and ratchet up that score of yours. But an A rank, I am totally satisfied with that, so we can move on to Act 2 of Starlight Carnival. We've kind of got a chiller beat going on here at the beginning, and whoa, all these colors on the tiles on the floor. Is this like a dance floor or something? Sonic, are you gonna boogie for me? You better boogie for me, man. Either way, this level plays quite a bit off of the cube mechanic, meaning that we're going to be using that in this level probably if we want to get a decent score, although scores on my runs through Sonic Colors... Oh, okay, man. Wall jump, Sonic. There, yet. No, Sonic, come on, man. It's just a wall. Be smarter than the wall. I know you're only a small woodland creature, but you must be more intelligent than this wall. I don't know what I'm saying. I forgot what I was saying earlier. Either way, we can use the cube power up here to go ahead and smash the floor, which is going to break most of the other cubes. So cube is used to manipulate cubes almost exclusively. And what a wonderfully specific and perhaps uselessly so power up. Either way, this is going to blow up all those cubes and we can continue on downward. And this level is a little bit tedious, and this is where a lot of people got turned off from the cube function. I can kind of see why, because you've got to pound through 50 different layers of cubes to get all the way to the bottom. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't slow you down that much. At the same time, though, this level's a pretty... Oh, man, you gonna shoot me like that? Come on. Come on, man. Like I was trying to say before that guy rudely interrupted me with a bullet straight to my head. This level's a pretty short one, and it's pretty much only pounding through those, like, cube sections. If this level were part of a greater level, like a bigger, longer level, I mean, then maybe it would have been acceptable. I can see why people complain a little bit about the cube function in that level, though, at the very least. And I just saw that Eggman right behind Sonic. He was like... Look at him, he's like, oh my god, where am I going? No, somebody help! He's like floating through the air. That is beautiful. And by air, I mean empty, cold, dark space. And here we are, in Act 3 of Starlight Carnival, beginning once again outside of a ship, which I definitely like. But, this is kind of a weird level in Starlight Carnival. We had the amazing first act, the second one that was probably a little bit too focused on the cube power-up, and then this third one, which is really weird. We've got this little spring thing here that's going to follow us around, and you don't really have to worry about not being able to reach the side of it, because it's going to follow us along as we go to the right, not as we go to the left, however. And then there's this one that's going to move upward for us, and in doing so, we can continue on upward with the level and get ourselves a bunch of rings, because, oh yeah, that's what Sonic do. Now we are over a giant pit, however, and that's where this level gets a little bit weird. I recommend you don't do like an air dash in the air using the boost button, because then you'll probably fly off the edge. If you don't do that, though, you should be pretty much alright jumping on this thing, and stomping on it is going to make you jump off of it a little bit higher. And that's why I'm doing that over and over, so that I can get as many rings as is possible for my little blue hedgehog self! Oh my god, that was so stupidly close. I need to play a little bit smarter than that. But generally, the direction you're going is the direction that this thing is going to be going as well. We got the red ring. Can we make it back in time? Yes, it looks like it. I almost fell off the edge there anyway. But you know what? I'm satisfied with the results. Yeah, this is sort of an auto-scrolling level, and not only is it auto-scrolling, but it has this weird gimmick about it. So, not a huge fan of this level, but at the very least, you can look in the background there and see all these starships that are about ready to go to war or something like that. Eggman, what are you planning? If you're planning some sort of evil scheme, you've got to be less obvious about it than that, man. Come on. Either way, this thing's going to line up exactly with the goal ring, and we can go ahead and grab that and finish this level up. Now, you probably noticed that there weren't any wisps or areas for us to quick dash in that level. Generally, if you want a good score, you're going to want to go ahead and grab as many rings as possible. Had I grabbed, like, I don't know what, What's a ring worth in the score counter in this game? I really have no idea. I think it's like 1,000 points or something silly sounding like that. Silly soundingly high. I just made an adverb out of like 2 verbs joined together. Words English. But go ahead and grab a bunch of rings for a good rank is basically what I'm saying right there. Let's go ahead and move on to Act 4 of Starlight Carnival. I suppose we've got enough time for one more level. Why not? And flippin' as he normally is, because Sonic's excited to play the level, we start out by getting smashed into one of Eggman's terribly broken elevators. Come on, man, with that. If you're gonna have a carnival, you got to aim for that business success. And for that business success, you want some satisfied customers, don't you, man? Eggman could use a few pointers on how to maintain a carnival or a theme park, or whatever you want to call this. I guess it could be an Eggman-themed theme park or something like that. I don't know, that's sort of a weird theme for a park. I know there's like Halloween parks and Halloween parks and stuff like that, but Eggman themed? I don't know, maybe if you get enough mustache decorations you could... Really? That seriously just happened? Okay, here we are back at this bit, the bit that doomed me last time, and apparently it's really, really easy to just randomly die here when you lose your concentration, because there's a bunch of, like, bottomless pits at the beginning, and there's that there, and those things that shoot all the big, shiny green balls, and everything's trying to murder us, man. This ain't no fun. Either way, yeah, you do have to worry about these big, old green things that are gonna spit green like energy balls at you in every direction, and because we are an animal, I guess that makes us the ground type, and that's super effective against us. Lamest Pokemon joke that anybody's ever made in the history of history. Let's go ahead and grab that very, very nice C rank and finish up this level. Can we get the 1-up at the very least as a saving grace at the very end of this? Yes, we can. There we go. Let's grab it. Get center frame right above that minus button. Ooh, that is a stylish pose, Sonic. And that's going to do it for this episode of Sonic Colors. So, I hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as I did, because I love Starlight Carnival Zone, if I haven't made it clear enough already. And I will see you guys next time, where we continue with this zone and unlock one of my favorite Wisps in the game. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys then.